Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode 2 of What's on the Shelf. As we start with this second shelf that I've put over here, I wanted to talk about some interesting things related to my recent gaming habits and trends. Specifically, when it comes to certain genres of games that I've been really getting into. And it's very surprising to me that I have been really digging roguelites, a genre that I never thought I would enjoy as much as I did, but now it's honestly starting to become one of my favorite genres in gaming. And I don't know what the reason is, really, to be honest, other than the fact that maybe I just misunderstood the genre when initially I started playing the games, or basically understanding what the genre was about. It was really a surprise to me, and I kind of, said or made a predetermined notion that I just did not like roguelike games. Well, I'm here to tell you that over the past year or 2 years, I have played quite a few roguelikes, and it's a genre that I'm really enjoying. Specifically, a game that I just, recently highlighted in one of my other videos, Shogun Showdown, is another roguelike game, a game that is a turn-based sort of strategy game, and it is amazing. It is so addictive. I have really enjoyed my time with that game a lot, and it's not alone. This year alone, I've beaten 3 roguelike games, and probably I'm going to do some more before the year is done. And it's just one of those things where I never, ever would have imagined that I would enjoy a genre as much as I do today. Especially when you say, oh man, that genre sucks. Well, not for me. That genre is really just, I see it in a different light. It's really amazing how a certain high quality games, a few of them that you play, make you change your entire attitude or opinion on a certain genre. It's pretty cool. But yeah, roguelites. Let me know in the comment section down below if there's a genre that kind of changed your, or you changed a perception with a genre based on certain games that came out that you played and experienced. I'd love to hear it. I can't be alone. But yeah, roguelites, here to stay. And I'm going to do a video on that. So let's move on to my next topic, where I am planning to do a little bit more focused content when I do my Road to 1000 Games Beaten. As in, I'm going to be sort of diving into a little bit more genres. So for example, I just talked about roguelites. Maybe do a top 5 roguelites, or something, something similar to that. Platformers, shooters, whatever the case may be, action adventure games. Just to give the content a little bit more focus. I think that would benefit my channel, probably the viewership for people that are interested in certain genres. They can get a better picture, a better focus on what I'm presenting at the time. So I've been thinking about that. Another thing that I've been wanting to do recently, because believe it or not, yes, I've been making a lot of Switch channel centric videos, but this is not, I would not classify my channel as purely a Nintendo Switch channel. I mean, for now it looks like it is, but it's not really, or hasn't really been that way. So I wanted to bring back some additional themes, if you will, where I sort of focus on different consoles that interest me for a specific month. So for example, let's say that September rolls around. I want to talk about the Xbox 360, a console that I dearly love. Then I was thinking maybe for that month, I just make content, at least 2 to 3 videos related to the Xbox 360. Can I make content specific to the Xbox 360 for a month? Absolutely. 2 to 3 videos, not a problem whatsoever. Like I said, I have some great memories with the Xbox 360. It's one of the greatest consoles ever. So yeah, I can definitely do that. And then, for different months, maybe do different things. Like for example, October, just do a Halloween or horror month. And I've done that in previous years. Maybe not the entire focus, but like a video or 2. So, Halloween scary games on the PlayStation 2 or whatever Halloween related theme. Something like that. And then of course, do a Nintendo Switch month or Switch 2 month or DS month or whatever other month I want to focus on. I think that would sort of, there's some benefits and some disadvantages to doing that. The benefit obviously is it keeps things fresh. It keeps my channel from becoming a one-trick pony. But that's a detriment as well, because either A, people are coming here just for the Switch content, or if they see other stuff, then they're going to be like, okay, why aren't you making Xbox 360 stuff anymore? And a fair point. So as a content creator, as something, you know, that I'm sort of an amateur on, it's something that concerns me to a degree. I mean, this, obviously I don't do this for a living. I just do this for fun. But still, you like to have continuity, you like to have viewership, you like to have subscriptions, etc. So it's a really tricky puzzle when it comes to introducing content that, you know, a certain audience is not used to, or basically new content that a certain audience likes, subscribes because of it, and then all of a sudden you go back to doing Switch content, or I don't know, whatever, original Xbox content or PS3 content, and then there goes everything. I'm not a big fan of, you know, the bandwagon type of stuff. So, for example, the PS3 right now is super hot, and people are making a lot of videos, getting a lot of viewership, and basically getting a lot of subscriptions that way. And I've mentioned subscriptions a few times. I don't mean to do that. It doesn't really bother me. But what I mean by that is I don't want to create a content on, you know, something that is currently in or hot. And the reason why is because I don't want to give everybody false hopes that my content is only going to be about a certain console, like the PlayStation 3 or whatever. It's something that I know a lot of people take advantage of. I certainly can talk about the PlayStation 3, any of the consoles, the Wii, Xbox 360, or the PlayStation 3 from the 7 genre. I could talk about those consoles forever. But I choose not to do that, at least not yet. I like what I'm thinking of, you know, the monthly approach a little bit more. It's something that will allow me a quick focus on a different console. And my idea is not just to highlight videos like this, you know, show what's on the shelf or whatever, but also talk about games, of course, and maybe even challenge myself to beat one game from that particular series a month. So for example, if September I choose Xbox 360 console month, whatever, beat an Xbox 360 game that has been in my backlog forever. Doesn't have to be something that's big or time consuming. It can be something, you know, relatively simple, easy goals to accomplish, small baby steps. So that's sort of what I'm thinking of doing. Haven't really made up my mind what I want to do. I really like making Switch content. Obviously, my 1000 Games to Beat series isn't going anywhere. I'm going to continue to focus on that. Maybe, you know, sort of tighten the grip a little bit to a little bit more focused genres or something. We'll see. You know, there are lots of creative ways to making content, and I plan to explore that a little bit more. So, yeah, as you are seeing, this is my second shelf that I've highlighted. I have like multiple shelves, a very hefty Switch collection. I'm really happy with it. And if you are somebody that, you know, doesn't like Seal games, sorry about that. I recommend watching something else, either from my channel or somewhere else where you can probably get some better stuff. So anyways, on that note, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again with some other type of video sometime next week or a few days after. Thank you very much. Bye.